Growing up, I want to be a banker because I thought I can get all the money I want. Because that's what my
Right.
grandpa did. They have a business, so they go to the bank all the time, and they take me. So I was like, "Ooh, that's good. I want to be a banker.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money."
Yeah.
But that's not it. No,
So,
it was ingrained in us because to seek greener pasture.
yes,
From the
coming
Philippines to
and
come
then
here, and then they said, "Oh, in order for you to be successful, you gotta be a nurse, so that because we're a long line of nurses."
goodness. Okay. Hello, everyone. Our another guest for today, we have Theresa Dickens, our very own.
Oh,
She's been our field RN, Vanura's RN since it started, right?
yes,
Yes. And what year was that?
2004.
2004. Oh, imagine that. You've been with Vanura. You've been one of the nurses, or you are the first nurse. Are you of Vanura Home Health?
Not really the first nurse,
Yeah,
but
the
you know,
one who established helped
Yes.
establish Vanura.
yes, there you
Imagine
go.
that. So I actually we call her TA. so yeah, I'm gonna call her TA. TA. So how did you come to know Amabel? How did you get in the doors of Vanura?
Venera. Well, it started. Craig, my husband, was working for an electrical company at that time.
Okay.
And so he was called in to fix something at Venura office back in off A Haven,
That's their first
the
office.
first office. And so at that time, I was looking for a job. Craig didn't want me to work night shift. Wants me to work daytime
But you were working already
in
in a hospital.
Hospital.
Night
right?
shift.
Yeah,
Okay.
night shift. So I'm trying just different areas,
Yes.
like
Exploring. what
exploring
works
and
for
stuff
you.
like that. So one of the doctors of the hospital that I'm working for also have a home health. So I was already working for them,
Oh.
but something happened.
Okay.
So I said, okay, let me go back to the hospital, right? But then everything is night shift,
Right.
So Craig was there, and then he happened to ask, I forgot her name, but are you guys hiring nurses? And then they said, yeah.
Oh.
No, my wife's looking for a job. Perfect. And that was in June 4,
Oh
2004,
man.
the first week of June. So I said, okay, let me go. So I filled up the application, and then I met with Amabel, and we really had a good click. And,
Wow.
that's how it all started.
What year was that again?
2004.
2004. So Vanura was only 3 years old.
Yes,
Yes.
at that time. Yeah.
Oh man. So is it how was your experience with Vanura? Is it continuously up to now, or was there a break, or
It was continuous.
you were per diem that time, or
No, I was full time.
already?
I was full time.
I see.
Yeah, and at that time, I was working at the office, wearing many hats.
So you're the nurse, you're the compliance lady, you're the QA lady. Okay.
We did everything, and also, I remember, I started at the office, and then, I just newly wed at that time. So, yeah, I got pregnant with Kayla, and then I got pregnant with Autumn, and then I took a break for 1 year.
Okay.
To 2007, and then I came back right away.
Okay. How long was that break? About a year?
I think it was a year.
Is it
Yeah.
about a year?
Yeah.
And then you didn't think of trying another environment, maybe? Why did you come back to Vanura?
Why did I come back to
Yeah.
Venura? Because for a brief moment on 2007, I have a friend that was needing my help. Her home health needed somebody
Uh-huh.
at the office, right? So I went to help just to show, what I know and different
Yeah.
things at that time. And I think that was 207, yes. The environment was different.
Okay.
It was not good. It was not
Okay.
a good environment. So I told my friend, I said, you know what? I'd rather keep our friendship than lose our friendship. So I
Right,
said,
right.
I don't think so I can do this.
Okay.
So I went back to Venura.
Okay. So I guess Vanura is your home.
Yes, Venura is my home.
You flew back to Vanura, your home.
Yes, yes.
And then still since then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just for everyone's knowledge. So TA here is very loved by our patients. And they consider you as their family, part of their family already, right?
Yeah.
And then
Which is I'm grateful for that.
yes. And then I heard some patients, because we did a video, and then one of your patients talked about you and her, how you've taken care of her through the years. And she mentioned that she prays for me.
Oh,
She said that you pray for her, your patient.
yeah.
And not very few of the nurses I heard that they put their faith on their work, and for you put your faith into practice, not just your scientific skills as a nurse, but also your faith. Can you
Yeah.
talk more about that? Why? Why?
Well, my passion really is serving God. Okay. And so if you really want to serve God, or you want to share about God, serve God, share about God, it's through your fishing ground. And my fishing ground is nursing. And not all patients are receptive to that,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Only the patients that are receptive to it. I don't show it, I don't ask them, And when they ask me, that's when I share what I believe in my faith. And at times, I ask them if they believe in God.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we become also their sounding board, or when they're depressed and struggling through pain and not knowing where to go. Some don't have families, okay?
True.
And so when I go in, you hear all this anguish, their pain, what they're going through, their struggles. And at that point, you just ask them, do you believe in God? Some would say yes, some would say no. And when they do believe in God, then I step in and share about my faith and share about God. And through that, it seems like there's a change in their
Yes.
feeling about, okay, there's hope. Even they know that they're very sick. There's hope. There's hope. And I said, the world we live in is very temporary. Our main home is heaven,
Right.
being with God.
Yes.
So I said, let's focus on that. Let's not focus on what's making you sick.
Right.
And usually that just changed their demeanor, because sometimes when you're in pain, and I understand that part, their attitude is different.
Yes.
But when we talk about God, the attitude changed, and then the treatment is better, and the focus is different. So it's one of the healing process.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
this something you have that heart? That's why our patients would say, "Where's my praying nurse?"
Oh, I didn't
Where's
even
my
know they
praying
asked for
nurse?
that.
You think that's you mentioned that they change their demeanor when you start talking about God. You think how important is that faith talking about God or having that relationship with God, how important it is in healing.
It's the main thing because God is our main healer. Nobody else. The doctors can give, a terminally ill patient they'll say you only have 3 months to live.
Right.
You cannot gauge that, right? I have one patient that told me, Teresa, I'm ready to go. I said, what do you mean you're ready to go? And then she mentioned about, I don't think so. I should be here on earth any longer.
Oh, wow.
I am in so much pain and I don't really know what to do. Nobody knows what's going to happen to me and stuff like that. And then I said, well, remember we talk about, I reminded her, remember God is the only one that can make that decisions for you and not you. He said, I know, I thank God. And mind you, she's from Egypt.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
I don't really know their
culture.
And then I said, I see a picture of God right here. I said, and then she's like, I know. And then I said, do you want me to pray for you? And then she's like, yeah, please. So we pray. And then afterwards, she changed her mind. And that makes me feel really good because then I'm helping somebody.
True.
True. And unfortunately, she has stomach cancer. And I don't know when I can visit her, but just knowing that, I was able to help her on that day. A week after that, she got admitted to hospital, but in my heart of heart, I was able to share with her, about having that faith that God will take care of her.
Yeah. It seems like looking at you, it's part of you. It's like nurse is equivalent to what a nurse's notes or stuff like that, vital signs. But to you, it's nursing should be partnered with your purpose in life, which is to also not just to be a nurse, but also to be the voice of God to your patients.
Especially when they're having a hard time.
Yeah.
And especially when things are rough.
Right.
Especially when there's no more point. They
True.
think that there's no more point to living.
That's
and because I've seen my patients, most of my patients, I've been with them for a long time. So I've seen their in and out of life, their struggles, their pain. When they're down, I point them back to Jesus, point them back to God, and before I leave, they're grateful because we share about I share about God and they share about God, to me,
back to you,
back to me, and what they know and what they're learning, and then I'll point it back. See, and then they'll say, okay.
Oh man,
makes sense.
Let me get you a tissue paper. Hold on. Okay, here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Amazing. Those stories. So, you've been doing this. You've been a nurse for so long.
Oh, yes.
You see patients like that. You get attached to them. You get to share the word of God to them. And then, of course, they're sick. They don't make it, some of them, because they're terminally ill. That must be so heavy for you. How do you take care of yourself, though? How do you help yourself go through this stuff, this heavy stuff?
I know. My husband asks me all the time, how do you handle that?
Right.
My husband said, I can't. And then I said, well, it's a gift from God.
Right.
God, made me a nurse so that I could be a part of their healing process, and the experiences that I have with my patients that are sick and then they die. I am able to share it with my other patients.
Right.
The perseverance and the struggle to, where you push through no matter what, yeah, they there's a lot of them.
I know. It's like an everyday. It's an everyday decision to just to wake up and say, Lord, here I am. Use me however you want me to be. However you want me to do this day with all these patients you've given me that I'm taking care of. It's
Yeah.
all up to you.
Yeah.
It's an everyday decision to wake up. Being a nurse is it's tough, right? The responsibility of handling of these patients, taking care of these patients is tough.
Yeah.
Is this what you want all your life since you were maybe growing up? I want to be a nurse.
No.
Okay. At what point in your life you said, okay, I want to be a nurse. I want to do this. It's stressful.
Growing up, I want to be a banker because I thought I can get all the money I want. Because that's what my
Right.
grandpa did. They have a business, so they go to the bank all the time, and they take me. So I was like, "Oh, that's good. I want to be a banker.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money."
Yeah.
But that's not it. No,
So-
it was ingrained in us because to seek greener pasture.
Yes.
From the Philippines to
and
come
then-
here, and then they said, "Oh, in order for you to, be successful, you gotta be a nurse." So that because we're a long line of nurse.
Okay.
It's just not me.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
But you have family members who kind of also influence you. Oh,
Yeah.
I see them. They're a
Yeah.
nurse back in the Philippines. This is in the Philippines.
no, they're already here.
Here.
All my aunts, most of my aunts on my dad's side,
Okay.
they're nurses. So
Okay.
they're the one that influenced me to become a nurse, so that I can come over here.
But you didn't. You. It's not like you fell in love. I mean, has been my dream to be a nurse.
No. It's
So,
not my
so
dream.
the start must be difficult then.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when I was in school, and learning how to become a nurse and going in the field, or in the hospitals and
Yeah.
stuff like that, I think it was built in. God has that thing in me already. Not knowing, of course, you're
Yes.
21,
Right.
22. Your goal is what? To make money at that time.
That's why you
Come
wanted to be
here.
a banker.
Yeah. So my focus is different. But, just to think about it, from the Philippines to here, I came here when I was 24. So I was able to work in the Philippines for 2 years before coming over here.
Oh.
So I work in the hospital because we have my best friend at that time has a sister that works in I forgot the name of the hospital, but I was able to work over there. But before even that, I want to work. That's
Yeah.
my goal, is to work.
Yes. Okay.
So we will do anything, or I will do anything to be able to work because I really want to work. I want to use my skill, right?
Right.
So once I start working, I realized that's really my passion,
Okay.
is to take care of the sick. I have that in me, because it's not. You might have the knowledge,
True.
but you don't have the skills. You
True.
might have the skills, but you don't have the knowledge. But God gave it both, so which is good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So you took your nursing in the Philippines.
Yes, I did.
So when you came here, you were already a nurse.
Yes.
Okay, that and then you said that the beginning was tough, but at the process of experiencing on how to become a nurse, you it's like you're saying, okay, so this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is what
Yes.
what I want to do. Yeah, because for us, you mentioned that you were influenced by Filipino families to become a nurse. Many Filipino families have a nurse. For sure, there's at least one nurse in the Filipino family. So,
Yeah.
but this is different from you because you see this as a calling already.
Yeah.
And
When I started, of course, my goal again is to work.
yeah, yes.
You know.
And then you know what, TA, because we're I've talked to new nurses, fresh graduates. Oh, not really fresh out of school, but they're they're learning. They're starting, and then they started their experience already in the hospital, and most of them would say, "Oh man, I don't know if I can do this for so many years. I'm tired already." Very young nurses. I'm tired already. I don't know how do these nurses. How do they do this bedside? It's tough. So how do you do it? How do you do it, TA? Because I know they give up easily. I've known some nurses that I don't want to do this anymore. This is not for me.
If you change your mind of thinking, as a young nurse
Yeah.
at that time, at 24, right? Oh, the different culture here,
True.
right? You can get easily burnt out because they give you a lot of patience, you know. But just that passion that you want to take care of somebody, I think that's what, made me what I, my desire to help. I
Yeah.
think that's the thinking.
Yes.
I did not know Jesus until I was 30 plus already.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And that changed more of how I view me as a nurse,
Yeah.
And so, you know, what do you call, there's a, what do you call this? A stage of life, right?
Right.
From what, 24 to 30.
Yes.
Your
Yeah.
focus is just to work, and you just push through. It's ingrained in my brain to work hard. My grandpa taught me that. You know,
Values.
the value of hard work,
Yes.
the value of loyalty, the value of completing your task. No matter how hard it is, you push through because God gave you that gift to work.
Yeah.
So that's ingrained in me. I think it's the upbringing of
Right.
how, no matter what.
Yes.
My son would say, "Oh, this is hard." I was like, "Son, you cannot quit until you have a job."
Yes,
So you
yes.
pass on that to
Yes.
your kids, right? So, but when I met Christ, when I became a Christian, that changed my outlook. It's more for me that I would take care of God's people
Wow.
more than myself.
Right. So it's different. I'm seeing two perspectives. The young you saying, I gotta work because I want money. I need to have money because, I have to build my life here.
Yeah.
Life is different in the Philippines. It's hard. So I have to help my family. Kind of like that mentality for all Filipinos like us who came in here. So that the young TA is driven to work because you need to work. Because
Yeah.
you need to support yourself and your family, right?
Yeah.
And then there's another TA that I've seen when you've come to know Christ. This is not about work anymore.
No.
It's about your mission, probably the gift that God has given you, and you have to execute that gift. You have to use that gift now. So
And-
it's a happier TA compared to
It's a different
a
outlook.
work driven kind of TA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So through the years, what do you think I'm sure there will be viewers out there who are starting, who wants to take up nursing because they said it's you'll have a comfortable life if you enter nursing. So I see your reaction though. So what can you say, or what can you tell them what really it looks like? Because they said, well, I'll get nursing, I'll be rich.
Yeah. Well, if what's that? If your goal is to make money, I think you will just do your job. But if your goal is to take care of the sick, then it would be different. You'll have a different perspective on how you take care of your patients.
Yeah.
Um, I was a bedside nurse for here in the U.S. for 7 years or 8 years, and through those years, I'm not bragging about myself, but I could see that the family appreciate what I've
Yeah.
even that small amount of time that I can be with them for like maybe 16 hours or 24 hours. At that time, it was only like 8 hours per shift.
Yeah.
And so when you come back the next day and they see me, they thank me. And so it's also something that you've grown with, like how you take care of
Right.
somebody. Yeah. So I think my
Yeah.
upbringing brings a lot about how I take care of my patients.
Yeah. That's very important because it actually it's the whole being of a nurse that matters.
Yeah.
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 And then being a mom as well.
Yeah.
See, raising teenagers now, right?
Yes.
Your two girls are teenagers,
Yeah.
and Bruce is
Yeah.
a grown up man already.
Yeah.
So through the years being a nurse with your patients, spending a lot of time with your patients, and then you have your own family to take care of. How do you balance that?
By God's grace.
Amen.
Yeah. Well, home health is a different. It's a different environment than
Yeah.
being a bedside nurse. Bedside nurse, once you're end of your shift, that's it. Sometimes you don't see them again. Okay, but with home health, you get to stay with them for a long time.
Yes.
Okay, and so when the kids were little, we used to take them with us wherever we go.
Wow.
My husband will drive
Wow.
me. Will drive me. Sometimes we get a call at 11 o'clock, and I'll say, I gotta go. My patient needs me.
Oh no.
And we'll take the kids. That's why none of them want to become a nurse.
Oh no. Oh my.
Mom worked too
Oh
hard.
gosh.
I can't do what she does.
Wow. And then the support of a husband as well.
Yes. Yes.
So Craig
Uh-huh.
have supported you.
Yeah, it's a family dynamic.
Yeah.
Even my kids when they were growing up, when we pick them up from
Yeah.
the babysitter, they were our friend will say, "Oh my gosh, your kids are funny." I was like, "Why?" They're always busy. They said, "I have paperwork. I have paperwork." They have their clipboard, and they were telling everybody, "Shh, I'm doing my paperwork."
Oh no. Because you do your documentation, your notes back after you see your patients. You go home. Not to your day is not done yet because you have to complete your documentations. Oh my, home health, different kind of a hero right there for home health nurses. Yeah. So and you've known Amabel and Alan since they started.
Yes.
Well, the first nurse will be Amabel, okay, not you. Amabel, the owner, okay, and then you came in. You've known this family, this couple for a long time already,
Yes.
and they've talked about even with our new nurses, they would say, "Hey, do you know the Dickens formula?" They call it the Dickens formula, right?
Yeah.
How about you? Can you tell me what the Dickens formula is? So they named that protocol of
Yes.
a nursing protocol named after you.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that came about? How did that give birth to this? We're gonna pattern it according to Theresa Dickens.
I think Amabel saw how I care for my patient and how I can prevent them from going to the hospital. Because that's our main goal, right? Home health is to be able to teach the family so that they can be prevented from going back to the hospital and be able to care for themselves.
Right.
Not only the patient, but also the family members. So I think that's how it came about. It's because what we put into it, how are we going to care for our patient? How are we going to focus so that we can prevent hospitalization or even decline, so that we can bring them up and feel much better. And I think that's what Amabel thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's been reminding all the sites because they have several home health agencies now. She's been going through one site every time she visits, and do in services to the nurses, the clinical department. She would always say, "Go back to the basic, which is the Dickens formula. Just follow the Dickens formula, and you will be okay."
Yeah.
So
It's just a pattern of what we need to do in order for us to take care of the patient. Because sometimes, I know we need to do a lot of paperwork and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But if we're not focused on what does the patient really needs,
right.
you know, like what I said, some nurses would just say, okay, boom, 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 done, right? All the boom, boom. But if you sit down and just really look at what they really need, you'll be able to solve a lot of problems such as first admission and then follow through. Yeah. So that's why you have the question why I came back, right? I came back to Venura because Amabel and Alan's focus were just patient oriented. What does the patient needs? What does the patient require so that we can help them, heal faster. That's their main focus. Because other to let you know, I think I had at least 7 or 8 agencies that I worked for.
Oh wow. Home health agency.
Home health agencies.
gosh.
Okay,
So, you can compare. Okay.
So I've worked with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
I only had one agency in 2003. Okay, that's where my roots was built. And they taught me a lot of stuff because I didn't like really home health. What's home health? It's all about paperwork. But
True.
right, it's all about paperwork. But then as I stayed in home health, I could see the progress. When I tell my patient, we're gonna heal this wound in 2 weeks, or we're gonna heal this wound in 4 weeks, and then I tell them, after that you can dance. Can you dance for me? We can heal this.
Right.
And they look forward to it. One of my patients told me, Theresa, I'm so sorry, but I cannot dance with you this time. I said, why? What's wrong? We can still dance.
Right.
And then he said, I don't feel good. I'm not feeling well. I said, okay, let's try it next time.
Okay.
But just that thing, so for me, it's just the way they come out of themselves. When you're sick, you're just kind of
True.
to yourself, right? But when you give them an objective or a perspective or
Something to look forward
to, it changed. One patient sang to me, and they said,
Really.
"Whoa! I wish I could have recorded it, but yeah."
Yeah, and he didn't do that before. And
No.
then,
No.
yeah.
Well, they know that he sings, but he does not do it in front of anybody. But I told him, I was like, I heard you can sing. I was like, okay, when you feel better, can you sing for me? And then it's like, okay, Theresa, I will sing for you. Really? You can sing for me? Okay. All right.
There you go.
And oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
he sang opera.
Oh man.
I was
really?
like, wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
I remember him. I remember him.
know. Oh
Yeah.
my.
Yeah.
That's very. It's like leaving that patient after your visit for the day. It's like, oh Lord, thank you. It's like I've done what you want me to do.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. And I still connect with the
Yeah.
daughter because the daughter is the one that I'm communicating a lot, because
Oh.
she's the one that speak English. But yeah, and I was like, wow. So what I'm saying is that with home health, if you put your heart into
Mm.
it, not thinking about financing and stuff like that, which I thought about it too because I have to feed
Of course.
Craig and I have to feed five. But with Christ, I think with God, that just comes along. It would just show up no matter what. We might have $25 in our account, but we're full in our heart because I could see the result. In the hospital, you always wonder, oh, I wonder
Yeah.
how come,
I know.
did that patient heal? Did that patient die? And stuff like
Yeah.
that. But with home health, you see from the time they get admitted to home health until you discharge them that they're healthy. Some will not make it, but for the most part.
Yeah.
And when you get called in, that, like for example, a patient that we discharge for maybe 2 years, 3 years, I still get a call and they let me know that their
Amazing.
their family member died. If I
See.
can come and be a part of the to attend the funeral
Yeah.
service.
See, they treat you as a part of their family already.
Yeah, because of what we give.
Yes.
Right.
That's right. Because in the hospital, you would see them a few hours, a few days, and then done. But for home health, you would see the fruits of what you've sown in that patient, not just your nursing care, but the overall investing on the life of that patient as well.
Yeah, it's the continuity of care. That's
Yes.
what I keep telling people. There's continuity of
Right.
care, because some patient, we have a patient that has dementia, right? If we keep sending different nurses,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
I've been with
That's true.
him, and my picture is on the wall,
Oh my, really?
on their
Okay.
memory box,
Oh.
so that he would know. So every
Yes.
time I come, hi, beautiful,
Uh-huh.
thank you for coming.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, and then after a few minutes, the same thing. Hi, beautiful. Yeah. So that just makes me happy that he recognized me,
Right?
because we've been seeing him before going to memory care,
Oh.
even before memory care. So he knows. He knows.
Yes.
So he trusts me.
Yeah.
So
So you are there, that part in his memory, you are there. So you must have um, given him hope. You have been engraved in his memory as well for him to remember. Yeah.
he might not know my name,
Your
but
name,
he
but-
knows who I am every time I go. And because when we send a PT or OT,
Yeah.
they will always say, "He refused service. He refused service." I said, "Of course, he has memory."
Yes.
But when I go, it's like, "Oh, hi, beautiful."
Hi, beautiful. Okay. Oh, wow. So, home health is not for everyone,
No,
right?
no, no.
What does it take for a nurse to be a home health nurse? A good one. What does it take for a nurse to be a good home health nurse?
To be a good home health nurse,
Yeah.
I think you have to be willing to go above and beyond
the
your
extra mile.
the extra mile. Yeah, because you're not just a nurse. You're not just there to do your assessment.
Yeah.
You're there to listen. You become a what you call this, um, you become an advisor. You become a priest at the end, because you have to pray for
Yes,
them and
yes,
make them feel comfortable about God.
yeah.
You become a friend. You become a family. You become who you can become for that person,
Yeah.
for that patient. Yeah.
Okay. So for our aspiring home health nurses, or in general, aspiring nurses out there, I'm sure there are some who are questioning or in doubt whether they can do it. You know, what advice can you give them?
What advice? I think for me it would be when you go to a patient's home or when you see a patient, treat that patient as a family member. Whether uh, that patient can be your aunt, can be your mom, can be your dad, because when you put it that way, you're gonna give the best care for that patient.
Amen. Oh my, I learned something again today. Thank you so much, TA. You're such you have inspired me, and I'm sure there are a lot who you've inspired. And
I hope so.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're a different kind.
Oh,
You're a different kind of a
you.
nurse. So thank
Yeah.
you for gracing us today. For I know you're busy. You just came from a patient, even.
Yes.
So thank you for spending this a few minutes with us to share your story to many others. And I'd like to, in behalf of Alan and Amabel, we just want to say that we're so blessed that you're part of our family. And you kept embracing us no matter what the world, whatever is going on around the world. You continue to show up and take care of our patients and take care of us all as well. So thank you. Thank you,
you're
TA.
welcome. It's my pleasure. God gave us something to do
Amen.
here on earth, and we just have to do it.
Amen.
Yeah.
So with that, this is Amabel's book. She also shared some stories of how she started as a nurse, what her heartaches are in taking care of nurses here, and then now become an entrepreneur nurse. This one is a story, a good story to tell to the nurses out there as well.
Yes.
So thank you.
Oh, you're
TA.
welcome. You're welcome.
You're such a blessing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love hugging TA.